What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and this is sensational news. So Italian newspapers are reporting, and this is in the Daily Mail as well, that Liverpool made a £61 million offer for Lorenzo Insigne, who is a brilliant winger in Italy. He's 27 years old and he's scoring a lot of goals. He's the main man at Napoli, and I think it would take, probably a lot more than 61 million if we want to get him. But this is exactly the kind of transfer that we want the Liverpool to make in the summer, and I think Insigne could play in this new Liverpool setup with Mohamed Salah up front, Firmino behind him, Insigne on the right and Mane on the left. I think this would be just a brilliant transfer. So according to the Daily Mail, you know, Klopp is desperate to recruit the pacey 27-year-old forward this summer, and Italian newspapers are also reporting this. Mainly the La Repubblica is reporting that Liverpool have launched the 61 million offer, and Mino Raiola is the well-known agent of Lorenzo Insigne, and reportedly Liverpool have been in talks with Raiola regarding the transfer. So what do you think about this? Do you think Insigne would be a brilliant transfer? What is his worth right now? What is the maximum amount that you think Liverpool should or pay for him? I think the maximum is about like 80 or 90 million pounds that Liverpool should pay. It is claimed that Napoli will only accept an offer of 130 million pounds, with Insigne having a contract at Napoli until 2022, and it's going to be very difficult to price him away because Insigne is a Napoli boy. That is his hometown club, and he's very loyal to Napoli. I mean, he's 27 years old and he played for Napoli all his life basically in the Serie A. Yes, he had 3 loan spells to 3 different teams in the lower divisions, but in the top division he only played for Napoli, and he's scoring about 15 to 20 goals per season. He already has 73 goals for Napoli in 2089 games, and he had a season like 2 seasons ago where he scored 20 goals. Last season he scored 14, and this season he already has 11 goals, and basically the halfway of the season is still left in Italy, so he could end up in theory on 20-22 goals by the end of the season. Insigne also earned 30 caps for Italy, so he's a well-established player, and as you know guys, he beat Liverpool with his goal. Napoli beat Liverpool in the Champions League, and he was a constant thorn in the Liverpool side. So it's going to be a very interesting summer transfer window, and I think Liverpool, even though we are in the title race, we are leading in the Premier League, we are in a brilliant position, but you could see that in the last few weeks that Liverpool probably need a bigger and a better squad if we want to maintain this kind of Premier League season throughout next season. We need more and better players, in my opinion, because just look at Manchester City. They are the benchmark. Even though they are 3 points behind Liverpool, they have a world-class squad with 2 brilliant players for every position. I mean, they had Mahrez and Leroy Sané only on the bench against Arsenal. That just shows what a strong squad Manchester City built, and that's what Liverpool, I think, should do as well. Just build an equally or almost as good a squad as Manchester City, and then we can really challenge for the title season in, season out, because that is what Jurgen Klopp and that is what Liverpool should be and must be aiming for, to be in the title race every single season. Because on average, in the last 10 years, this is only our 3rd title challenge. Realistically, in the other seasons, we haven't been anywhere near the title. So I think Liverpool really should build a bigger and a better squad, and Insigne would be just a fantastic addition to that. So Lorenzo Insigne is only 5'4" tall, 163 centimeters tall, and you could... Some people maybe doubt that he would be ready and fit for the Premier League, especially with how physical the league is. But you can see that players like David Silva, Bernardo Silva, and other players, small forwards like Raheem Sterling, they can really do well in the Premier League. It doesn't matter how tall the player is, because Insigne is a very good player. He has everything, in my opinion, what a winger has to have. He has pace, he has dribbling skills, he can run at people, he can run at midfielders and defenders, he can finish, he can score a lot of goals, and also he's a leader in Napoli. So I think to bring in another forward who is similar to Mohamed Salah, who can change the game in an instant like that, would be crucial, in my opinion, for Liverpool's title challenges in the next 3 or 4 years. Because what I want to see, and what most Liverpool fans want to see, is these kind of seasons every season. We want to challenge for the title every season. That's what Liverpool should be building for, and we need players like Insigne. My dream summer transfer window would be Timo Werner to deputize for Firmino, Insigne to deputize for Salah and Mane, and also maybe another centre-back or right-back, or a young centre-back who can play on the right-back or left-back spot as well. I think we need a replacement for Moreno as well, so a young left-back that we need, and probably another like defensive midfielder, or maybe a number 10. That would be handy as well. And Jurgen Klopp said very interestingly that James Milner, who has been ill before the West Ham game, and Jurgen Klopp wasn't about to play him, but because of injuries to Jordan Henderson and Gini Wijnaldum, in the last minute it was revealed that they just couldn't play. They weren't ready to be even on the bench. And that's why I think James Milner had to play. There was just no other option to play at right back. And this is why it was so stupid, in my opinion, to send Nathaniel Klein out on loan. Because Milner, after reading this post-match interview with Jurgen Klopp, it was clear that Milner was ill. He wasn't at 100%. That's why physically he couldn't keep up sometimes with Felipe Anderson and with other players who have been running at him. And I think that's why the Liverpool performance was a little bit lopsided, in my opinion. This is a very worrying statistic that I also read, and it's not going to bode well for the future, because since the turn of the year, so since the end of 2018, Allison has conceded 7 from the 11 shots that were on target against Liverpool, which is very worrying. But I don't think many of the shots were really his fault or were savable. It's just teams from very few chances score goals against Liverpool, except the West Ham game, because the West Ham created a lot of chances, so let's give them credit, and Leicester could have scored more goals. So I don't think that this stat alone should worry Liverpool, because Allison is still a world-class keeper. Sometimes he makes bad decisions, but every goalkeeper, even the best ones, make bad decisions sometimes. And Mark Noble said on Liverpool's title chase, they have such a good chance. The fans have got to stick by them though. It will be tough. You need to stick together. They have a fantastic squad and a world-class manager. It would be fantastic for Liverpool if they could win it. So those are decent comments by Mark Noble, but it's going to go down to the wire, and I think whoever can remain the most calm in the title race will win the title. And at the moment that looks like it will be Manchester City, because Liverpool are just a little bit too nervous in the past 2 games. But maybe when we get Trent Alexander-Arnold back, when we get Henderson and Wijnaldum back from their illness, I think we will see a much different Liverpool side, in my opinion. And Andrew Robertson, after the West Ham game, is saying that Liverpool are not nervous in the title race. That's not why Liverpool's performances have been dropping a little bit. And I think the main reason is injuries. Just have too many injuries, especially at the back and also in midfield, like Henderson and Wijnaldum couldn't play yesterday. And Robertson said this, and I quote, "I wouldn't say nerves are showing." Did anyone say that when Manchester City lost to Crystal Palace and Leicester? I don't think they did. A lot of people talk about pressure because we have not been in this position, but it's just February. Everyone needs to relax and try to enjoy the run-in. I'm sure many other teams would want to be in the position that we are in now. Nerves aren't showing in the dressing room. It's been 2 poor results and poor performances, but that happens during a long season. We might look back on the draw with West Ham as a good point. That's actually a very interesting point that Robertson makes, because West Ham could have easily won that game, and maybe even last season or 2 seasons ago, that Liverpool team of last season or 2 seasons ago would have lost to West Ham 2-1 or 3-1. This team is a lot more resolute, a lot more solid. We don't concede many goals, and I'm just really hoping that Liverpool can get back their injured players fit again, and then we will really start winning again, in my opinion. And Robertson agrees. We need to get back on track by winning games, playing better football. We can't worry about Manchester City. They are in a good moment just now. We are having a little bit of a blip and just need to try and get over the line in a couple of games. Origi had a chance in the 92nd minute against West Ham, and if that goes in, we are talking very differently. But we keep going, we dust ourselves down. There is still a long way to go, and fair play to Robertson. That's the kind of rallying cry that we should have. And İlkay Gündoğan, the Manchester City midfielder, thinks that because Manchester City are going for 4 trophies, the Premier League, the Champions League, the League Cup and the FA Cup, that it could be an advantage for Liverpool, and I really hope so. But Manchester City have the squad to compete on all fronts. On the other hand, Liverpool don't really have that big of a squad. So İlkay Gündoğan is saying maybe it's going to be an advantage for Liverpool. I don't know. It's nothing we can change right now. They have to play their games and we have to play ours. When you have to run in the season, you don't think about much. You go out and play when you have no concerns in your mind. You are able to win a lot of games. That's how I felt when we were able to win at Dortmund that title. We had an advantage of just playing Saturday, and the week off in between. Jurgen Klopp is in a similar situation right now at Liverpool, and Klopp didn't win as much as Pep won. That's why it was quite surprising when he was able to win 2 titles in a row with Dortmund in Germany. I just joined them for the 2nd title. Klopp and Guardiola are different in terms of playing style and their characters, but both of them are great people, great human beings, and that I really like. So fair play to İlkay Gündoğan. That's a really good interview. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. Thanks for watching. See you later. Goodbye.